Major, I want to return to Donald Trump then yesterday refusing to endorse House Speaker Ryan and Senator John McCain and using the words as echoes. I'm not quite there yet. It seems exceedingly personal, perhaps the personality politics that Newt Gingrich himself yesterday referred to when he said that he believed that Donald Trump was being dragged into this. What do you make of what really appears to just be a tit for tat?
Look, Donald Trump has an option here. He could say, I want to work with Speaker Ryan. I look forward, when I'm President of the United States, taking some of the great ideas that Paul Ryan has put together for House Republicans, ideas they're running on. I hope they get reelected. I hope we keep a House Republican majority. And then when I'm president, working with Mike Pence and the Speaker of the House to create all the things I've promised to my supporters. Trump didn't do that. What did he say? He said, I'm not there yet on Paul Ryan, knowing that Paul Nealon, his long shot, that is to say Ryan's long shot Republican opponent in a primary next week, is gasping for air and trying to get any legitimacy, fundraising, voter support possible, running with a message against Ryan that sounds very much like some of Donald Trump's own best lines in his stump speeches. So in every way, shape, and form, Trump is picking sides here by denying Ryan an endorsement, distancing himself from a quote-unquote establishment figure, picking a fight in Wisconsin, a place that Trump says he wants to put on the map. So it doesn't help Ryan. It doesn't help House Republicans. It creates fissures within the party in Wisconsin, none of which speak to Trump's larger national campaign aspirations, but does satisfy what appears to be a rather large penchant for personal vendetta, if not vendetta remembering, certainly memory about disloyalty or perceived disloyalty and responding in kind.
And it also creates, Major, the snapshot of what we saw yesterday, specifically with regard to Mike Pence, who increasingly has appeared now in his appearances, rather than perhaps a staunch surrogate, more of either a cleanup man or somebody who is at least off message with the boss. It also suggests that this is why Republican donors, supporters remain very apprehensive about writing the all-important checks. What is then the state of this campaign right now?
It's in flux and aimless. I'm told by those with direct knowledge Trump is increasingly estranged from those at the top of his campaign who offer political advice, that there isn't a national strategy to win this election. State directors don't have budgets to operate on, are not getting consistent guidance from the Trump campaign in New York about how to prepare for the elections in their very own states. Surrogates are not getting messages or talking points on how to help reinforce the Trump message. All of the basic infrastructure is not there. And one classic example of that, Josh, is when you open a D.C. transition office, the government doesn't support that. The government only supports the facilities. You get full government support when you become president-elect, but you have to pay for travel and staff by yourself, which means you have to raise dollars to do that. Trump is way, way behind, not only in staffing that, but raising money for it. So some of the most fundamental aspects of running for president and possibly becoming president are not getting done for Trump. And those problems are beginning to show on the campaign trail, and they're beginning to show as Republicans become increasingly restive about what this campaign both is and, more importantly, isn't.
Major Garrett in Washington, as always, we thank you.
You got it.